Estate sale season is here and we are excited. Welcome anybody new. My name is Tim. I'm a full-time eBayer up in Northwest Montana. I do over 200,000 a year in sales, buying my things at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, you name it. I am buying and selling. On this channel, I live pack my orders. I show exactly what I'm buying, exactly what I'm selling. Maybe you can pick up and grab some of the same stuff too, and kind of chat to just talk about anything you want to talk about in the reselling world. Estate sale season is kicked off here up in Montana. Hopefully it's kicked off where you're at too. I went to 2 different estates this weekend, three estates, but one wasn't really an estate, and then a few garage sales. So it is kicking up here. Got some really great things. I'll be showing them as they sell. I don't really show what I grabbed as I got it, just because honestly I don't have time to do all that. But yeah, let's get some packing done. Again, it's raw, it's real. I'll be packing, I'll be talking the best I can as we get these orders going. We got 12 going out today for over $600. Pretty average day for me when you got probably a higher dollar than usual, but pretty average in sales. I do about 12 a day. Here we go. We got a PlayStation 3. I should be getting done with some of these video games. I've been listing these for the last week, going through all of my video games from last estate sale season, last garage sale season, you know, to do them all in one shot. This is just the console. Took an offer on 81 bucks to get this one out. I like moving things quickly, so let's go grab that. Be it. All right, my tape's running around. Overdo it on the bubble. This guy gets there safe. I got the wrong size. I need to get my, I don't know if I want to put it in this guy. That'll be fine. A little tight on the sides, but it's got plenty of bubble, plenty of fabric. too bad. 16 by 12 by 8, 9-pounder. For anybody just coming in, you know, I keep this very raw because I actually want people to see what it's actually like to do this gig. Feel free to throw something in chat. Let me know you're here. Growing ground advantage, lost a little on shipping. Too bad. And that's heading out. Estate sale season is here, is what I threw in the title of this guy. We are finally going to estate sales, and that's why my packing is later today. I actually usually pack Monday through Thursday early in the morning is when I'm running these lives. But today we got it done in the afternoon because we're finally hitting up some estate sales. Went to one yesterday. Crushed it. It was a really good sale. It was a retired, or not retired, it was an estate for an old Navy military officer who served on like medical boats, things like that. And wow, they had a lot of really cool stuff. I spent almost $400, bought a bunch of books, some old medical stuff, just really cool things. And I'm excited to go through some of that. Got a KitchenAid. I think I picked up some Cutco there too. I mean, it was a crazy good sale. That was the one I was talking about where they actually had a paid entry, so I had to pay $40 for the pleasure of spending more money. Man, it was worth it. Got some really cool things. Got the Game Boy Advance. Just took an offer to get this guy going finally. I did price it high at $120, and this is kind of the offer. People come in to resell it themselves. I'm fine. They make a little money. We got $95 on it. Let's go ahead and grab it. Get it out of here. See, charger in the front compartment. I'll throw a little extra bubble on there. Let's get the small bubble. The case as it is, but might as well throw more bubble on it. Eight-inch cube. We're at 2 pounds. But yeah, that estate was a red letter estate. It's a really good one. If every estate was like that, we'd be a very happy seller. Probably make my money back in 2 items. Double up in about 4 items. And go from there. It's going to be, I think I spent $400. It'll probably be around, I don't know, 4x maybe. We'll see. It kind of depends on what I get for some of the more obscure medical stuff. There's some stuff that has no comps, and that's always fun. Sometimes you get some gems when there's no comps, and sometimes it's just a bad decision. What do we got? Oh, these are fun. Some awesome shoes. I got $60 for these. These were a bins pickup. Just Steve Madden is not something you're looking for, but man, when they have these crazy studded sharp stiletto heels, I can only imagine the stories these would tell. I don't want to hear those stories. We're going to pack these up. I'm thinking a little bigger box to give them some padding. These are fun. They're glad to see them go. Glad to get 60 bucks out of these old heels. So I piece these together nicely. I like that. Be getting a lav mic or like a lapel mic to clip on here soon. Been running this long enough. I'm actually enjoying it. Pack these things live. Been great to meet a few new people and talk about what we're doing here. Saved a little bit on shipping. That way I can kind of keep the conversation rolling as we go. If you've wandered into this channel, throw something in to the chat so I know you're here. Love to hear what you're doing in your reselling. Love to hear what your store is like as I pack these orders. Then we got to a couple of estate sales this morning. One was not an estate sale. And the other one was pretty bad. Not a lot of great finds this morning. Let's see. Tommy Bahama. Okay, some more Costco arbitrage. This stuff is not exciting, but it pays the bills. I would never recommend people do this stuff, but feel free to try. Feel free to try. This was listed a year and a half ago, right? And we're still selling through them. I mean, yeah, we sold 16 of them. So, I mean, they sell, but it's just slow. It's monotonous. Not a lot of money when you're looking at it. But if you're doing this full-time like me and you're able to pack orders every day, I'll throw it in there for $5 profit. This is a lounge set. I did take offers. I think I got a $15 offer on this. So let's get this guy out of there. Beautiful. Now, the first estate we showed up to today, I showed up 20 minutes early because it did not look promising. So usually you got to be about an hour early or so to make sure you're going to be, one of the first around here. Sometimes long or more than that. But this was exactly what it looked like. It's a family that was getting rid of stuff that was, I think, truly an estate, or maybe she was moving into assisted living. I'm not sure, but it was just all Easter decor. And their plan is to like do a different holiday every weekend, and then they're gonna pull different categories out every weekend. And I asked all the questions, I poked as much as I could, but there was no getting into the sale. beyond just what they had put out. And honestly, it was not great stuff. All very chinsy, home goodsy kind of stuff. I picked up a basket. I won't show it. You might be able to see it in the camera shot. I don't know. There's a basket behind me on a shelf. It's like a heart-shaped picnic basket. It comps around 40-50 bucks, and I had $7 for that. So I will make a little bit of money on the sale. Always something to pick up, but not like yesterday. All right. Let's head down. Beautiful. Not like yesterday at all. We got Shadow of the Colossus, a game I've wanted to play. Too much to do right now, so I sold it. Wasn't gonna keep this one too. Shadow of the Colossus, PS4, $15. Should be a quick pack. Just an envelope there. Yeah, and I knew it wasn't going to be good. That's why I didn't show up super early. Then I made my way to the next estate, which was a little ways out of town. And that was also pretty terrible, but I did pick something up here, but also busy packing orders. Woo, old man in the stream. Thanks for saying something. It's good to know you're here. Good to know you're following along. So yeah, if you're packing orders, you're working, don't bother throwing in the chat unless you want to. It's just good to know I'm not alone. Hopefully you got some good sales on your end too. All right, got the 4-ounce rate on that. That's nice. Yeah, that second estate was brutal, but I did pick up a pickleball bag for 10 bucks with the pickleball paddle that should sell for about 80 or 90. So that's it's pretty hot right now, that pickleball stuff. But yeah, that was also a weird one. It was the realtor running it, and I've not met her or seen her around doing these sales. She had like Venmo and everything kind of set up, so it seems like she might be a presence I need to meet here as you go forward. All right, we got NFL Street. Decent sales. I mostly sell postcards. Good. Yeah, because you came over from Popeyes, so yeah, thanks for being here. I'm glad that you're hanging out too. Don't do a lot of postcards around here, but I'll lot them up and ship them to you guys in eBay auctions all the time, so you might have picked stuff up from me. All right, we got NFL Street, 48 bucks on that guy. That's going in a box. NFL Street 2. On these, NFL Street 2 is worth over $40. NFL Street 1 is still worth some money, but it's only like 10, 15 bucks. So let's grab this guy. Oh, that's right. It's over here. It's the wrong size. I gotta order new boxes. They're actually on the way. They should be getting in Monday. So I'm kind of cheating some of my usual packs in different size boxes. There we go. That second estate was like a family ordeal with the realtor. So I think she had her husband and maybe kids. I'm not sure. helping out, and it was frustrating because there was a really sweet tote of like Sports Illustrated Michael Jordan stuff with like old Michael Jordan comics and just things that you could tell there was some money there. It was out of cell phone range, so I couldn't really look it up on the spot. But I pulled the tote, like after digging through this garage, which they said, oh yeah, everything's for sale. Well, you know the rest of the story. You pull out this tote, you say, well, hey, how much for all of it? And they're like, oh, that was a personal item he forgot to remove. We need to take that, sorry. And it's like, okay, I just dug for 30 minutes, pulled this tote. You're gonna tell me it's not for sale? It's like, that's the only good thing here. Still got my pickleball paddle. It was pretty crummy. They had everything really priced up. A friend of mine who also sells in the area, she might pop in too. Pops in here time to time, but she picked up a few things for her booth, and I'm amazed at what she can pick up and what she can sell that I can't. Because some of the items that she's rolling with, like some of the boho western kind of stuff that people will buy in a booth, I have no chance of selling on eBay. Like the comps are like as much as you're paying, but she's still doubling her money. She even told me like, yeah, I'll buy stuff off eBay and throw it in my booth. I'm like, wow, you are an incredible human being to be able to pull that off. Canvas. These are really interesting. So these had like two comps, one for like 15, 20 bucks. The other one for $75. So I listed it at 60. I got an offer within a couple weeks for $51 here. So this is End Polio Now sneakers. Very obscure, very weird, like a Rotary Club sneaker. So I don't know what they're about. Must have been some kind of limited thing. And I got 50 bucks for them. So let's go grab these. 316. Here they are. End Polio Now. And it's nondescript, like made in China. Like just that simple tag. I don't know if you can see any of that, but yeah, it's, I don't know. 50 bucks? Sure. 50 bucks. Works for me. Right. $14, $10, $6, and $3. In the past, I was an everything seller, but it was too much work. I did enjoy it on rude people at estate sales. I'm sorry, I might have been one of those rude people. But yeah, no, I hear exactly what you're saying. It's I talked about that a ton. I didn't want to get too ranty about that in this video, but in my last one, talking a lot about how people, it's a dirty business. This whole thing is a dirty business. It is crazy out there. It's the fact that there's 20 I'm sure you aren't rude. Yeah, I do my best. I do my best. I'm aggressive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna just sit back and let people get in front and take stuff and do stuff. But I wouldn't say I'm rude. But yeah, you meet your fair share of crazies out there. Dawn of Dreams. Let's grab this. This is just an empty case, but it's a game that sells for about 40 bucks, but it's an empty case with like the second disc. We still got 15 bucks. Didn't want to have to deal with finding disc 1. Yeah, the long and the short of it is there's tons of crazy people, but the ones that are going to make the most money, the ones that are going to find success in this business are the ones who are not, who build relationships, who actually are decent human beings and can network and not just screw people over trying to move as fast as you can, you know, driving by yelling, "Hey, you got any video games?" Like, it's crazy out there. How many times people have told people, "No, I don't have that. No, I don't know. Get out of my sale, this, that, and the other." And then I come in and say, "Hey, you know, it's nice to meet you." Talk to them like a person. And then they're pulling stuff out for you. So, you know. Call it relationship, call it social engineering, call it whatever you want. Being a good person actually pays off in business. Who would have thought? Let's see. Vintage lure. This I got from a tackle box that I've already well doubled my money in, and now it's just random little lures. I sold a little $60 shrimp lure from this guy from the same lot, but this one, this little lure, 15 bucks, getting the fishing season. Someone must be taking this out. Let's grab it and throw it in a box. I gotta make sure. I think I have a few of these, so I want to make sure it's the right one. 300. Let's grab it. Yeah, I want to throw some padding in there. Rip off a little piece of this guy. Yeah, it's not padding as easily as I thought it would. It goes in the box. It's gonna get thrown in a lake anyway. This guy's not for just looking at. Someone's gonna actually use this one. That's good. That'll work. Boxes too. Cool. But I could not survive in my business without estate sales, for sure. That's probably where I'm pulling most of my stuff. And we got some good ones out here, but man, there's not a lot. And that's kind of the trade-off. I got to drive for an area of about 50,000 people, which still produces a lot of opportunity, don't get me wrong, but I got to drive like 5 hours west to get to an area of at least 500,000. But even in my area, I mean, there you can do all right, but man, there's competition. They are out there. These never show up well on my stream, but I got an offer for 3 of these. More of that arbitrage that I don't recommend, but you can try it if you want. I think I paid $5 a piece, and on the offer, or because it was a bulk deal, I think they paid 15 a piece, and so that's where it really pays off on these. When they actually are like doing multi-quantity on some of these, then we do all right. So I'll probably make 20, 30 bucks on that going out, just the one sale. Banana Republic stretch jeans. These are 3430s. I got 3 of them going out. Let's grab them. Sure, we'll double bag them. Yeah, and I mentioned on my last stream, I was thinking of doing an estate cleanout business. Someone, who was that? Was that you, old man? Maybe it was you. Someone mentioned in my comments that, it was somebody else, that they had ran an estate cleanout business for the last 28 years. And that in that 28 years, they get a lot of free inventory and make money to get that inventory. I don't know. I can't imagine it. It would be pretty incredible. Just a big operation, you know. But they say the air is thinner at the top and way less competition when you're the ones making all the deals. So, I don't know. Doing great with what I'm doing right now. It's hard to walk away from what I'm doing or add more on. But that is definitely in the hopper for the future. It's something I'm looking at doing. 13 by 9 by 5. By 9 by 5. Awesome. Just about broke even on shipping. All right, we got some Ariots next. Don't know when I picked these up. These might have come over the summer sometime. There is a possibility I had them at the bins, but I usually don't get this nice of a boot at the bins. Usually they're a little more beat up. Regardless, we got full price, and they've only been listed a couple weeks. Really great condition Ariots. I will throw these in a box with. I think I can put them in a smaller one too. Somebody else. I had a message. I had a message about some boots in my store, and they looked like these ones. I thought, oh shoot, maybe they're canceling the order. But nope, we're good to go. Different shoes. I gotta find these. These are Ariots 316. Let's grab. So exciting. I think my boxes are here. gonna get my boxes. Yeah, you're great. Thank you. Gotcha. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you also. Woohoo! I can stock those later. I got a big old 200 box order from Uline. Bunch of the small 9x6x3s, things like that. I've been packing my small ones in boxes I usually don't use, so it's great. Great to have those come in. Where was I? Oh yeah, I sold $50 boots. Let's get these packed up. Oh, my screen went dark. That was weird. All right, we're back. My bigger box. I can repurpose this return box. Another pair that went out. Save a little bit on the post. Got distracted. Those are the boots. Reuse some of this crush too. Once again, I usually don't stream in the afternoon, so if you are popping in, checking this out, please throw something in the chat so I know you're here. It's great to know who else is out there, what you're doing. So I know I'm not talking to an empty room, but I do love talking to an empty room. I'm really good at it. Been doing it for 10 years as a teacher before this. It's the blank stares. No, it was not that way. I was in a music classroom. I taught pre-K to 8th grade music. And so it was always noisy. But you get pretty good at monologuing. Oh man, these guys are heading out. Ground advantage, 13 bucks. You reused a return box, so saved a couple bucks. What else we got going out today? I think a few have come in during the stream, so I'm going to be packing up one or two more after this. Just a simple ornament. This one doesn't show up great on my stream either, but it's just a little ornament I get overstock from Hallmark. I have a couple connections. And so I get these cheap, but they are always just silly little sales. They never go for a lot of money, and it's kind of beer money, I guess. Just beer money on these. $10 plus the shipping. Let's grab this guy. 2-4 box 2. $10 they paid shipping, and we should save $1 or $2 on the shipping. Small little beer money sale, but it pays the bills. Or beer money. Beer money's a bill, right? All right. Fry boots, women. So I don't have these up. I didn't preset any of these into my stream, so I can't actually show them on screen. But these were $30 fries, just some mule clogs. I'll grab them and show them. They came in right after I started streaming, so we'll still get them packed up so they can go out today. Fry boots. Fry mule clogs, sorry, not boots. And with the harness, let's find these. Yeah, it's a little big for these guys, but I'll reuse it. I want to get this box out of my way. One of my return boxes. Here they are, Fry Mules. They got the harness. That harness is what people are always looking for. Very in style, very cool. I guess you'd call it a boho western kind of a shoe. I don't know. I pick the Fries up when I can. They don't do as good as they used to, like a lot of things, but the boots, the harness is still good stuff. Reuse some of this crush too. Oh. These fries are heading out. So 13 sales, around 700 bucks probably after that last one. Not bad for Friday. That's going to make my Monday probably a little bit lighter depending on how much I get done today. I sometimes don't pack on Fridays. I actually do the these are the wrong thing. I actually pack mornings, and I do 2-day shipping, and so I actually can go from Thursday to Monday without shipping. But if I can get some done after estate sales on my Fridays, it lightens the load for Monday for sure. All right, there we go. That'll be the right label. Well, once again, I usually don't stream at this time. If you wandered in the channel, say something quick because I'm about to be done. And hopefully you can find some value in seeing what I'm picking up. Maybe you can ask some questions or share about what you are picking up. It's great to just hang out. I have a lot of people that tell me that they just like to hang out in here, I guess, to do their own packing, to have something going on in the background. Not been doing this for super long yet, but I've committed to 30 streams to kick this channel off just to try it out. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. I really did this because I had some friends who said, man, you really need to start documenting this. You need to put it out there. So that's what we're doing. We just turn the camera on, throw up some orders, just show you exactly what we're picking up, exactly what we're selling. And my hope is by Monday I can have that lapel mic going so it's not as awkward whenever I leave. And then someday I want my big, beautiful TV so that I can actually watch the chat too. So thanks for hanging out, old man in the stream. It was great to have you here. And for anybody else, thank you for watching. The #1 free thing you can do to help me is to throw a like or a subscribe. It does help in the algorithm to push me out there so more people can enjoy this content.